Modelon. Modelon offers modeling and simulation software that stretches across multiple industries and application domains. So the next speaker now is Johan Eborn, CFO. Here you are. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much. And let's see if, sorry. I'm very happy to be here to present today. Jonas Eborn, I'm the CFO of Modelon and have been one of the founders back in 2005 when we started this company. So we have over 15 years of history already. And I'm sorry I'm keeping notes, but usually our CEO, of course, does mostly all the presentations. I stick to the financial figures. But I'll try to give you a very good presentation of Modelon. So we're a business-to-business software company in the system simulation area, where we provide tools to digitize workflows for engineering companies. So companies that develop technical systems like cars, airplanes, power plants, innovative systems, also new technologies, emerging technologies. And these workflows, they need models today. They need a digital representation of their system and the tools to analyze and simulate the behavior. Very often, these are complex technical systems, combinations of a large number of components. And then the engineers, they need to understand the behavior of their system, not just build it, but also understand it. The benefits that the companies get from this, that the users get, is they get a shorter time to market. This was really one of the focus areas when we started the companies. We started working with the car industry in Germany, and really the automotive industry has been moving really fast, shorter cycles for development through the last 15, 20 years. And in that also saving costs, reducing the number of physical prototypes needed, doing more of the work digitally, and also then arriving at an optimized, better product that can help our customers get market success for themselves. We're offering this software to tech companies worldwide. It's a big and growing market for CAE engineering software. And as I said, we started over 15 years ago, founded in Lund. I have a PhD from controls engineering in Lund myself, and several of my colleagues. So we started growing this business and have reinvested our profits. We've earned money basically from the start. We've been reinvesting to develop our tools and our offerings. And now we have globally over 100 people. We're in 10 different sites in 5, 6 countries, and also very knowledge-intensive engineering work. So we have around 20% PhDs within our work staff. As I mentioned, we've been growing on our own revenues until a couple of years ago when we started bringing in also capital. So we brought in financing in 2019, and this is because we really see a fantastic opportunity now, bringing our software into a web-based tool and also onto a cloud-based solution, which is a super fantastic opportunity that means that we need the capital to develop this and take the market. We are pioneering this market, the first company within our section. And because we are pioneers and we have this opportunity, we are also setting very ambitious goals for the next few years. So we'll be growing by average 35% annually to 100 million ARR in 2024. So we're in an investment phase, but at that point we'll be turning into profitable numbers, positive cash flow first, and then long-term typical EBIT figures around or higher than 20% typically within our software business. So the main industries that we're working with, 4 different: automotive, energy, industrial equipment, and aerospace. We have a large number of customers already, a couple of hundred, and many of them very large companies also, a factor 100 larger than ourselves. And you can see the examples here. They're very well-renowned engineering companies that you certainly recognize. Also some new high-tech companies that are making use of our software. And we're very proud to have earned the trust of these fine companies, and we're able to help them with their innovation to be better in the market and to deliver progress in an engineering technical environment to develop also better systems for the world. You can see on the map here we're present worldwide. I mentioned we have entities in 5 different countries. It's very important for us to be in these local markets, to have feet on the ground and have both sales personnel and engineers, customer success team, service team that can work with our customers and then also collaborate worldwide. So, for example, the team in India, of course, they're important for our development and we can find good talent there. We also have OEM licensing partners, and you can see we're working with Ansys and Siemens, 2 of the top 3 CAE companies in the world. And they've chosen to work with our software because they really find that it's not cost effective for themselves to develop this because we already have the best tool. So a common denominator for our customers is really that they're facing the same challenges with the digitalization. And this is really an opportunity for us. We have the solutions for this and can deliver it to these companies. So we have collaborative tools for virtual engineering. That's core tools for the engineering companies to solve their digitalization problems. Also, sustainability is a very important trend, and that's driving really the need for innovation. A very high pace of innovation is needed to solve the world's problems. And this is where simulation can help. The engineers can both develop and analyze the solutions they need for clean progress. And also, of course, SaaS and cloud, which is sort of a hot topic, of course. This has largely not been a solution for engineering systems for the past few years, but now is becoming more and more important. There is more interest also from large technical companies to move their engineering systems to the cloud, and we're pioneering this area with Modelon Impact. That's the product offering that we have that solves all these problems. And that was launched in 2020, so it's been on the market for a bit over a year now. And as an example here, we can see how we're supporting the clean energy transition. We're a week after the COP26 summit, where you can see the problems that the world is facing. And so that's an appropriate highlight. And we've seen it's not really the only purpose for our software, of course, but we see a lot of our customers active in this area. And that's because we have the content within the tool to be able to work with both some of the dominant players, large energy companies, and also the new companies, the emerging technologies, both within renewables, wind and solar, of course, hydropower, and fuel cells. Those technologies that can be analyzed and then used in the energy electricity grid, where they do create some other issues like intermittency in power generation, where you need then energy storage. That's one of the solutions that other companies are looking at, how to smooth out the variation in production in the grid. And we have the solutions also there for batteries, for example, for electrification, both of in the automotive area and in aerospace area, electrothermal heat storage, also thermal storage, and then other mechanical, chemical systems for energy storage. There's a couple of highlights here. Testimonials from our customers that we've recently published. Engie is a French power company, very active in South America, where they have solar panel installations. And they can use Modelon Impact for a digital twin application and monitor their solar panels. Malta is a Google X company developing these thermal storage systems. So large molten storage, molten salt energy storage facilities that take in energy and then deliver energy to the grid. So two very interesting examples. But we also need to support the sort of traditional, conventional energy industry in the phasing out of coal and fossil fuels. And that's where we work with some of the dominant players today, supporting with, for example, flexible control, flexible operation of the power plants. That is needed to support then the additional amount of renewables on the grids. And also carbon capture and storage, a very hot topic. We've actually worked in that for over 10 years. Started with Vattenfall, and this is now becoming more interesting again. And we're very proud to support this transition. My colleague, Hubertus Tomescheit, he's actually delivering a keynote speech tomorrow at the CAE conference in Vicenza in Italy on the topic of hydrogenization. So this is one of the areas that we're active in. And some market data. So these are figures from an analysis firm in the US, SIM Data, supporting, looking at the CAE market, estimated at $7.2 billion in 2019, and looking to grow over the next few years by 7.6% annually, compound average growth rate. Of course, this is mainly a software business. There's some service also, and also the area that we're active in, simulation and analysis, is even more faster growing than the average here. But the main reason why we are projecting or planning for a four times faster growth rate of our software is that Modelon Impact, our software, really is ticking all the boxes, or the market trends that we can see. So the early stage modeling, building prototypes digitally, that's what we do. Democratization of simulation, that you can have collaboration among engineers in a team to deliver the software tools. And that's the collaboration point here. Also simulation-driven engineering, as I mentioned, that you can optimize, you can run massively parallel simulations and understand your system and make it a better product. And then, of course, cloud computing, SaaS solutions, enabling really those large volumes of simulation that may be needed then for the development. So Modelon Impact is aligned with these key market trends. And finally, we've been on First North growth market since April. We did our IPO. We presented our third quarterly report just Tuesday. And so this is a status on where we are. We took in 150 million capital from investors at that point. And the main investment areas are to expand our sales team. We're onboarding new business developers now to be, for example, entering the China market. This has been delayed a little bit because of the pandemic, but it's now moving again. And also getting more customer success, larger customer success team. The sales effort is really a team effort for us. We have the business developer talking directly with the customers, and then the engineers that support that and show the customers what they can do with our tools. And of course, product development is also core. We're investing a lot in our software development, and the new features that we're delivering, the collaborative features, for example, the easy deployment on the cloud, this is what drives our ARR growth. So we now have 2 consecutive quarters with ARR growth on track for the 35% average annually, and that's what we're targeting for the next few years to take us to the goals here, 100 million ARR in 2024 and turning into profit at that time also. So thanks a lot. That's what I intended to present.
Well, thank you very much, Jonas. I have a question for you. In terms of major obstacles in your road ahead here towards your goal, which would you say they are and how do you plan to overcome them?
Well, one is just pacing. I mentioned that the large companies, they're a bit hesitant to move to the cloud. A lot of our customers today, and this is how we're addressing it, is that we're supporting on-prem deployment of Modelon Impact. So the large customers, they have their own data centers. They can take our software and run it in their own data center. Also, of course, private cloud, which is beginning to grow also. And I think the maturity in the market is right now. These companies, they are moving to the cloud more and more. So as we deliver the capabilities, we will be able to deliver to the customers and grow our business also.
So Jonas, what is your current position in this market?
We're really pioneers, I would say. So if you look at just the engineering tools, the type of simulations that you can do, the traditionally large players is Dassault Systèmes, Ansys, those type of really large companies. They are too slow moving, really. So they haven't moved into this market yet. And in some examples, of course, they're actually looking at they're using our tool because they see that they can't develop it as fast and as efficiently as just licensing it. So, of course, there's some other competition, but we have a unique position, I would say, in the market, as we are pioneers. So if we keep the pace, and with the financing that we received, we can keep it up, and also deliver new features at a pace that no one else can match.
Well, best of luck, and thank you very much for your presentation.
Thanks a lot.